Hey guys, Tony here. So I want to try a new format for these videos. I post a lot on Facebook. If you want to come find me on Facebook, my personal profile is all business stuff, nothing social, nothing personal. But one of the things that I found was that I really struggle to put content on my blog being learnmedicarebilling.com, but I post stuff on Facebook every single day, and I don't understand why it's so easy for me to post on Facebook. The friction is so much less compared to on my blog. So what I'm trying to do starting today is take the posts that I put on Facebook, copy paste them straight into my blog. Don't stress out about optimizing, don't stress out about SEO, and just see how it goes, because I just need articles and I want content on my blog, because there's a lot of people like you guys, you might be watching this on YouTube and not even know that I have Learn Medicare Billing as a blog with lots of articles. You might not even know that I have my Facebook group, Medicare Billing for Mostly Cash-Based PT, OT, SLP. So point being, today's article, we're talking about goal setting, understanding your goals, and making sure that you understand your goals. You know, I'm still working as a clinician. I'm in the clinic 3-4 days a week. I do all the evaluations for 2 of my practice locations. And what I still find astounding to me is that as an adult, 47 years old, when I'm talking to another adult, they don't understand their goals. A classic example, patient comes in with shoulder pain, and I ask, what are your goals? What would you like to achieve? What were you thinking when you came into therapy today? And the most common response is, I want to be pain-free. And I'm like, well, I appreciate that. I understand that. In my mind, I'm thinking that's just like somebody saying, I want to be rich. Well, what does that even mean? There's no objectiveness to it. There's no specific metric that we can use to measure that success. So back to the clinic, when my patient says I want to be pain-free, I usually say something along the lines, or at least I wish I could say something along the lines of, you really don't want to be pain-free. People who are pain-free, people who can't feel pain, can't survive. They don't live very long as a human. So pain has a function, pain has a purpose, and it's very real. What you're asking, I think it's because you don't really understand what it is that you want. So let's try this again. What is it that you came to therapy for? What are you hoping to achieve? You know, and business is no different. Your business goal, what do you want to achieve out of business? Well, you want to have money, you want to have more income, you want to have freedom to treat the way you want to treat. Like, those are all nice, but they're not specific enough. And I would say they probably are not actually the goals that you want. You know, going back to my shoulder patient, if they were like, well, I want my shoulder to stop hurting. Okay, well, there's a couple ways we can make that happen. But I don't think that's really what you want. Like, I can pump you with enough morphine that your shoulder doesn't hurt, but you couldn't function in society. So the actual goal of no shoulder pain is not really what you want, and you're not wanting to get there by any means, right? We can work out. You haven't worked out in 20 years. You used to be a collegiate athlete. We can work out. We can do 2-a-days. We can start increasing the intensity. You can change your diet. You can cut out sugar, like cut out alcohol, stop smoking. There's a lot of things that we can do to make your shoulder stop hurting. You don't want to do pretty much any of those things. So let's ask this question again. What is it that you ultimately want? You know, and I think one answer would be, I want my shoulder to stop hurting without changing anything in my life, right? Like, again, that's not achievable. That's not a reality. For business, it's, I want to make more money without changing any of my behaviors or habits. Well, that's not going to happen. That's not reality. Your behaviors and habits are what got you here to where you are right now. So without changing those things, you will not change where you are right now. The question is, what is it that you want? And I think probably the main thing is, I want to make enough money that I feel safe, right? Safety is a top priority. I want to feel safe. I want to know that I can pay my mortgage and my student loans, and I want to put my kids through college, and I want to pay off my car and my debts and other stuff, you know, that I want to know that if an emergency happens, I have enough money in the bank account that I don't have to stress out about things. That's a very real thing that people might want. But then the next question is, what are you willing to do to get it? And then the third question is, what is your time frame, right? That's all wonderful and good. There's lots of ways to get you to that financial freedom and security. There's lots of ways to eliminate shoulder pain for a patient, but what are they willing to do to get to that goal? And how quickly or slowly are they willing to get there? So many clinicians are like, I want to go into practice for myself because I want to earn more money. I want more freedom, more independence. That's awesome. Your business model is going to be dictated by your time frame, right? Yeah, you can make double your money, see double the patients, but that's not what really most of the clinicians that I talk to want to do. I mean, you don't want to sacrifice going to your kids' games. You don't want to sacrifice time for yourself. You don't want to sacrifice learning new things. So it's this very, very complicated kind of combination of what it is that we really want. Why is it that we actually want it? If I need more money, if I want more income, is it because I want safety, security? Is it because I want to buy something? Is it because I want to invest in things like I want freedom, I want to travel? Well, if you want more money to travel, while you travel, likely you're not going to be making more money. So that all of these things have to come into the action plan. You know, when a flight leaves LaGuardia in New York City and arrives in LAX in California, that plane is off target the entire flight. But it takes constant adjustments to make sure that the flight lands where it's supposed to land, when it's supposed to land, bringing who it's supposed to bring. Lots of stuff goes into that arrival and achieving that goal. No different for you guys. So I would tell you, take the time you need, ask the hard questions, dig deeper into why. Why do I want this? Why do I want $1 million a year? Do I want $1 million in revenue or $1 million in profit? What is that going to do? How is that going to change my life? What is the role of that money? And then when do I want to achieve that? How do I want to achieve that? What am I willing to do or what am I not willing to do to achieve that? All of these things have to come into play. And when you find the answer to all of those things, creating the action plan to get you there becomes infinitely easier. And yeah, there's going to be frustrations and bumps in the road, but that's all part of it. That's what makes it so special. That's what makes it so fun and exciting and creative. I don't want to follow a recipe, even if the recipe guarantees me the perfect meal. I want the experience and the enjoyment of the process of creating the meal. Even if the meal turns out horrible, I don't care, because the meal isn't the goal for me. Enjoying the experience of creating the meal is the goal for me. Enjoying the experience of creating the business is the goal for me. Enjoying the experience of creating this YouTube channel and getting other people involved and subscribe to this YouTube channel. That is the ultimate goal for me. Now, that being said, take a look at this thumbnail right here. YouTube is saying you probably want to watch this video next. If you do, go ahead and click on it. If you want to see more content from this channel, go ahead and look through the video library. I've got over 500 videos on this channel as of today. I guarantee you can find something interesting to watch. I'll catch you guys on the next video.